So I know what you're going to say. I get it. You're going to tell me that I'm a slave for doing Uber. I already know. You going to tell me that it ain't no money in rideshare. I already know. You going to say I'm a pigeon, I'm an ant, because I'm still slaving away on these apps. I already know. You going to tell me that I should get a real job. You gonna tell me, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm wasting my time by being an Uber driver. I already know. You gonna tell me about my life. You gonna point me up and down and say, listen, you could be doing so much better. That's what you gonna tell me if I told you I was an Uber driver, right? Which I am, obviously. Everybody is so opinionated when it comes to Uber because, let's be real, a lot of people don't make money when it comes to being a driver. A lot of people barely make $1,000 a week when it comes to being a driver. Can we call a spade a spade? A lot of people don't even really work 20 hours or better when it comes to being an Uber driver. A lot of these people that tell you Uber sucks, Lyft sucks, oh my gosh, oh, it's so horrible, the offers are so trash. A lot of these people have never made $2,000 on the apps. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's keep it all the way 100. The people that are giving you advice, they used to do Uber. They used to be on the platform. They used to take rides. They remember a time when it was 80-20. You used to get 80% of the fare. And Uber only took 20% when they were a private company. That was a couple years ago, maybe 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It wasn't this year. Because if you don't know, Uber is on the S&P. They are a multi-billion-dollar company. Let me just say it like that. They are a multi-billion-dollar company. And I ain't just talking about 1, 2, 3 bills. I'm talking about 50, 60, $70 billion company. You don't play with those types of companies. They are on the level of like a Walmart, a Publix, I said a Publix, a Walmart, Amazon. I mean, Amazon is up there. But the point that I'm making is that they are a big company. They just not no little small little rideshare company. They're not small. They have a lot of leverage because you're talking about billions with a B. You're not talking about a small company. You know what I'm saying? And then even in that, we are talking about, as drivers, we're talking about taking all types of passengers in our vehicles. So it's like, yeah, when you listen to people, when you hear people give you advice, when people tell you what to do, obviously you should always take it with a grain of salt. Listen, don't even take my advice. Who am I? I am just some random person here on YouTube. I will tell you that all day, every day. I am nobody special. I don't think the grass, I don't think that I am the greatest person in the world. I don't think that, my stuff don't stink and I'm the smartest man. I'm the only person that could beat the algorithm. I don't think that type of stuff, man. I'm just a regular person. Like, I put on my pants one leg at a time. I'm not going to tell you that I'm so smart and I know this and I don't know none of that, man. Listen, I just come on, I turn on the app and I make my money. That is who I am. My name is Nick, Nick Williams, and I live in South Florida. Miami to be exact. I live in one of the most saturated markets from what I hear in the world, in Uber, because Miami we have the tourists that are now coming down here and getting on the platform. We have immigrants that are getting on the platform. And then Miami is already a highly populated city. And so, you got a lot of people getting on the platform just in general. So our market is very saturated in that sense. We got a lot of drivers. So any one of them could give you advice. A lot of people can come up and give you advice. But usually when someone is going to give you advice and tell you how to be successful, what is the first thing that you want to know? You want to know, hey, look, I understand that you're going to give me this advice, but can you tell me your resume? Like, I need to see some proof. I need some fact checking. I need some proof before I start listening to you. Like, do you currently drive? Like, I need to know some real things here, man. Because if I'm going to take your advice, I need to know what you actually do. And that's the problem. You don't get that from a lot of the people that giving you advice here on YouTube. You just don't get it. Again, I'm not nobody special. Don't look at, but what I am is, I'm available. I am in the Telegram group. So if you're not in the Telegram group, you're missing out. I do get in there every now and then. I do respond to comments. I am in my YouTube comments. You know what I'm saying? And I am a current driver. I currently drive for the Uber platform. I currently make $1,000 every week, at least. My average is about $1,500. So why am I saying all of that, man? Because when people are telling you how to really be successful and you listening to them and you gobbling it up, oh yeah, okay. And they telling you, oh yeah, you gotta cherry pick, and oh yeah, you gotta find the best spots, and oh yeah, you can't take it if it's not $1 per mile, and you can't take it if it's not $3 per mile, and you don't want to be a pigeon, and you don't want to be a... You gotta understand, there's people that are still paying their bills off of just Uber. And when you throw in Lyft, it's like, oh, this is a whole nother game. There are people that are making good money off of Uber and Lyft. It may not be what you want to hear, but there are people that's doing it. Because in reality, what you have to understand is this. The economy is bad. I say this a lot because we know that the economy is bad. Inflation is sky high. The United States owes $1 trillion in debt. Yeah, we all know that, man. I don't got to reiterate that. I say it in every video at this point. We know that the economy is bad. We know that the job market, people ain't hiring like that. And if they are hiring, they not paying y'all, they not paying like that. We know what's going on with the real world. So what are your alternatives? How many good jobs are there out there right now? I always ask this question, and I want the answers. How many good jobs are there out there? A lot of people tell me one good job, and it's like, okay, so if everybody go apply to that one good job, how many people you think gonna actually be able to get in there? How many people you think gonna be able to get in that one good job? In that one specific market? And it's usually not where I'm from, in the South Florida. So, look, you came to this video because you want to know how to be successful. And all I've done was just try to be straightforward with you. That is what my channel is. That's what my videos are. Because I want to be honest. I don't want to sugarcoat things. I believe that you should know what you're getting yourself into. And if you want to be successful as an Uber driver, first and foremost, you got to stop listening to any and everybody. I'm going to keep it real with you because I would honestly want somebody to tell me this. Just because we on YouTube don't mean we got the best advice. Hey, myself included. Just because we on YouTube doesn't mean that I know everything. I don't. I specifically work South Florida market. So when it comes to it, I know somebody got on me because I always say Timbuktu, Ohio. Somebody was like, man, why you always shouting out Ohio, man? Call somewhere else. It just rings off the tongue, man. So I'm going to say it one more time. Don't beat me up. Timbuktu, Ohio. I don't know nothing about Ohio. I don't know nothing about Illinois, Chicago. I don't know nothing about that market. So I can't really give you a great answer for Chicago, Illinois, because I don't really know like that. You know what I'm saying? I had to think about what state Chicago is actually in. Do you really want to take advice from me about your market? No. All I can do is tell you my experience here in South Florida. But a lot of YouTubers don't say these types of things. So first and foremost, you gotta recognize who you taking advice from. Let's start there. Second, you want to know that they're an actual driver. You don't know that I'm an actual driver? Join the Telegram group. It's very simple. Join the Telegram group. I don't necessarily post my stuff all in the YouTube videos like I used to. I'm going through some things. It just is what it is. Life happens. You want to know, join the Telegram group. We could talk. You can see it ain't that hard. You can ask anybody in the Telegram group. I'm not lying. And I would think that that's even better than me just posting random screenshots that you like, well, where did he get that information from? Huh? Does he actually work? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know when those screenshots was taken. I could have taken that that could have been my information from 5 years ago. But you like, oh yeah, well, he did that. So yeah, man, listen, you want to join the community is the last thing. You can take advice from a random person on YouTube. But what will help you even more is if you join a community, which is why I'm referring to the Telegram group, because that is our little small community. Right now we got 79 people in it. How many people actually talk? About 10. Yeah, I say about 15, you know. But we trying to build a community because, like I said, I don't have all of the answers. And I told you that from the get-go. Different people work differently. Different people have different strategies. My strategy doesn't work for everybody. Everybody don't want to drive, from here, from Miami to West Palm every day. I get it. Y'all got different obligations. But this is why we build a community. This is why I join different communities. So one of the other communities that I'm a part of, and I always shout them out, is I am a part of, every Monday, we have a Twitter space. I still say Twitter. It's X. Yo, you guys, I know it as Twitter. You guys know it as X. You go on X, the spaces, it is Drivers Coast to Coast. That is another community that you could be a part of. Now, that one is a little bit more nationwide. Because obviously I'm in my community, and it ain't really my community. The Telegram community is more so biased to South Florida because a lot of the guys work here in South Florida. But you go on Twitter every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's a nationwide community. It's a smaller community, but they're building that too. You know what I'm saying? Or you can join our community, our other community. The other one that I try to frequent is the Rideshare Garage. We do that every Wednesday. It's a garage. We talk rideshare somewhat, but we also talk other stuff. We talk real life is what we do. It's a garage. You're just hanging out at the garage. And we do that every Wednesday. Now, if you're watching my channel, obviously you just hit the little thing because I'll go live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're real drivers, really out in the streets. Well, some of us. But we're upfront with that, you know. The ones that are, we tell you. But it's real drivers coming from a real place. And this is how you be successful with Uber and Lyft. You watch who you taking advice from. Because it's a lot of people giving advice. And a lot of it is super negative. But when you ask them, like, hey, so how many times have you made $2,000 in a week? Can you show me when you last did that? And it's like, oh, yeah, man, that was 7 years ago. Oh, I never made 2,000. Oh, yeah, well, but you giving me advice? But you giving me advice? Okay. So, yeah, man, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to ramble too much. And, yeah, I just want to be straightforward with you guys. Because I love you guys. I truly love you. If you're watching this video, I love you. I appreciate you for just watching my channel. And I truly want to help. So if you got any comments, leave it down below. Down below, leave the comment. Other than that, man, like I said, join the Telegram group if you want direct access to me and everybody else. Because I'm nobody special, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, with that being said, man, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm out of here. Deuces.